So now, I've been thinking for a while, and I had a conversation today with a friend of mine, and it seems that obviously we're coming up to a new moon on Wednesday. So what I wanted to speak about was the death card. It's really inspired me to really talk about what the death card represents. Now, the death card's been getting a really bad rep, so I wanted to just explain what the death card represents and how now, if you've seen this video, no matter when it was or when it is you're seeing this video, and how that death card can help you. I'll speak to you after the intro. So welcome back to Karnak Holistics, where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. Now, my name is Jay, and I'm here to speak to you about the one and only death card. But first of all, let me do some housekeeping. Can you like, share, and obviously subscribe to the channel? And don't forget that notifications bell that will remind you of any videos that are coming up shortly, because I've got a lot planned and I've got a lot written down, which I'm going to transfer onto video, so I don't want you to miss out on any new developments that I'm working on in order to help you move to the renewed vibration. So let's speak about the death card, which is going to be here. Now, the death card, it's been getting a bit of a bad rep, to be fair. I mean, you got a guy on a horse who is a skeleton, classed as death. But you've also, if you see it on this part here, it's also a spiritual thing. It's also, there's a Pope who is in a golden robe. Now, the golden robe is the highest form of vibration you can be on, just like your crown chakra, your seventh chakra. But what the Pope is doing here, and the people before the horse, before the men, are pleading with death for a new chance, a new beginning. And as death is coming with that peace sign, he's given the person a new beginning, as you can see here in the sun. Can you see it there? So don't be put off by the death card. So I just dropped the card there. But anyway, so don't be put off by the death card. The death card is a really promising card, actually. If this comes up in the time of your life, and if you're the type of person to, in the morning, shuffle your cards and pull out a couple of cards for the day, not how you should live your life, but how your day may pan out in order to help control it or to understand it, and you see the death card, that means that there is a transition coming in for you. And that transition means a new perspective on life, a new dimension, a new view, a new understanding about your shift. Don't be afraid to be challenged by this new shift. Because this new shift, as when we go into a state of denial, we like to blame others. You know, we're quick to blame others. But what we need to do as we're coming into those changes, we need to look at our own selves, okay? We need to look at ourselves, and instead of going into the victim, going into the fear, what we need to do is ask the question, why? Why? Why am I feeling this way? That's when, have you heard the saying, be childlike, go to your child self? A child always asks the word or the question, why? And when we find out why, our why is the journey of opportunity, the journey of growth, the journey of power. And we too busy self-inflicting our own negative views, especially about on the death card, our own negative views on us, and believing what other people say. We need to learn to switch that. We need to learn to understand that we are in a place of growth. We are in a place of understanding. We are moved into a new millennium or a new state of thinking is where the world's getting into a new retrograde and going into a new dimension. We are totally and always growing. And as we grow, we begin to flow. And as we flow like water, we get to demagnetize the negativity that we are always in, that people always tell us that we should sit in, or where we should remain, or where we choose to remain, and then we quickly to blame others for our own lack and insecurities. It's our lack and insecurities that keeps us bound to the situation that we are in. And I see many people that come to me and they talk to us, the collective, all of us, when we speak to the people that come to us and say, what do I do? How do I get out of this rut? Ask the question, why? Because as we learn to grow and we learn to morph into our new person, our new people, or this new energy, we are moving up the Jacob's ladder closer to heaven. We are moving closer in consciousness to our true and unique creation of self. When the Creator created us as unique individuals, and you are unique, remember that you are unique. Don't let anybody tell you that. So if you're saying that you're ugly, or you're no good, or you're useless, you're demotivating not just you, but the Creator. So learn to understand that as things grow and you learn to untangle the inner dialogue, the anger that is built up in that part from all these past years, we learn to understand the true sense of self. And the true sense of self is a habitual way of thinking. We need to let go of the dialogue which our parents or our forefathers have told us that's who we are. That's who we are, and that's who we're going to remain. If you'll be brought up in an inner city, in a deprived area, you can get out of that deprived area. Only you are the one that's holding you back. Only you are the one that's allowing people to tell you that you cannot do it. Only you are the ones that is stopping your flow, not nobody else. And I hear this so many times. I go back to me 10 years ago. You know, I was homeless. I was in hospital, had nowhere to live, I had no job, but I had faith, and I knew with the right focus and with me and my knowledge and my understanding of the law of attraction, above everything else, my faith in God or the Creator, I knew that I could excel to higher levels. I knew I could be somebody better than I was back then. But you know what? That dark time I went through, I will not change, because that has made me the man I am today. And I learned through this that as I've grown and I've morphed and I became from the caterpillar into the butterfly, I knew that my heart was preparing for greater things. And as we create and we start creating ourselves and we try and find the greater ambience of life in our life, one thing I can honestly say to you, honestly, never be jealous of somebody, never envy anyone. The other day, a friend messaged me, and I did some work with him pre this event happening, and they was a steward, and they wanted to basically have a new career and develop. So we went through that, and I said, look, I can sense you're coming into a bit of money. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but I feel it's coming to you. Honestly, I feel it's coming to you. Hang in there. If you get a chance to do anything, just hold in there. And when you get this, really embrace it. Go with the opportunity. It's something out of the ordinary. a couple of weeks after, about a week and a bit after, I get a text. Can I call you? Of course you can. What's up? What's the problem? I can't believe it. He was saying, I cannot believe it. I'm just, and the guy was in tears, crying. So I said, what are you crying for? UK, is everything all right? You know, what's going on for you? He said, my life has just changed dramatically. I goes, is it some kind of dark thing? What's going on for you? What's happening? No, it's really, really good. It's really, really good. I just can't believe it. I know I needed to tell you because it's something that you said in my reading, which was really, really prominent, and it really has manifested, and I'm really, really happy. I said, what is it? He goes, I just won £100,000, please. 100K. Blessings to the guy. Blessings. And you know what? In that moment, and even in this moment, I have never been so happy for somebody. I'm saying, you know what? You deserve it. You deserve it. And my heart goes out to you. You know what? Blessings from the Creator. Blessings from the angels. You know what? You deserve it. I said, do you know what you're going to do? The guy, my man said to me, Jay, I'm going to put myself through flight school. I was almost knocked over. Life changing. From a steward to a pilot, please. And I was like, go on, go with it. Go with it. His death card was played. And I just said to him, you know what? Is there anything you need from me? What it is that you need from me? And he goes, nothing. I just needed to just tell you that, you know what? I'm just living in glory at the moment. And I'm goes, you know what? Keep this to yourself as much as possible at the moment, because there's a lot of people that can be quite jealous of you, but just be careful. Get yourself through flight school, book yourself on flight school, and get going, man. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. You know what? Let's backtrack. Almost 18 years. 18 years. Another client came to me and had an accident, was in a dark place, and they were really confused and know where they're going. So did their cards, and I said, oh, interesting. I see you was in an accident. And he said, yeah, I was in an accident. And I goes, you stopped. He was a accountant. And I said, you can't work in the same job you're doing now. So is there a new career you're looking for? He said, yeah. And I goes, oh, one more. And then so as we were going for the reading, I could see different things unfolding for him. I could see numbers being dialed. I could see numbers just being flashing. I couldn't work out what it meant, but I just said that, are you going, and then I saw the court card. I said, is someone suing you? Are you going through some court process? He goes, yeah, I'm suing the person who was driving, or the people that hit us. And he said, and I goes, really? I goes, wow. I goes, that's a lot of money, you know, what I can see. He said, yeah. He goes, they're saying about $1 million. I goes, no, I'm not seeing $1 million. It's more than that. I've seen a 2 and the numbers after it. So it's 2 mil. Anyway, long story short, he came back to me. He got the figure. It was 1.8, whatever it was. Then he come back to me again, and I read for him, and I said, you got your money? He goes, yeah, because I see you at the bank, like putting the thingamabob in your coding or whatever, and it's there. I don't think that's what you do, but I can see they just show me that as a symbolic thing. And he said, yeah, that's right. It's in my bank account now. And I said, blessings. I goes, on you. He had his head crushed, for crying out loud, in an accident. So I goes, hold on, don't go any further. I need to tell you something. I see also you're looking opposite the Royal Courts of Justice. There's, for some reason, I can see it, the one in Holborn, the massive courts in Holborn. And he said, yeah. I goes, I was there today, this morning. And I goes, okay. I goes, there's someone standing over me. I'm you. I'm standing, and I'm writing this thing out. And I goes, what's the signature? Oh, and I go, oh, it's like a check. 6, don't know what it is, but there's a 6 in it. It goes at £600,000. There's a 2 mil. 1.8 and 60,000. And I was like, no, excuse me, 60,000. So I said to him, you know what? Blessings on you. Blessings on you. Do you know what you're going to do? He goes, I'm going to retrain myself, go back to uni and learn something else. And I said, blessings. And I goes, and it was like, I don't mean to talk about money when it comes to this, because that's not what life is about, okay? That's what not life is about, but it's nice to have it, yes. But what is truly important, right, is for the fact is that you embrace change. When you're faced with adversity and a death card is thrown in your face, it's a new stem of growth. It's a new level of expansion. It's a new level of rising into your true self. But only you can make that happen. Don't be afraid of the death card. Embrace the death card. And I say, when change comes for you, and then you've lost that loved one who is and you thought the world they were your world, and then you are kind of putting them on a pedestal and giving them your energy over and over and over again. And what you're actually doing is not giving them your energy. You're helping them to find their energy within that moment. So what you're actually doing is deactivating your energy, your chakras, and it's slowing you down. I'm not saying not to give it to them, but I'm saying keep yourself safe when you're doing it. Protect yourself, because that person will elevate forward and will hold you down. And I get that all the time with my clients, that I've helped this person and they've moved on and they've done better. I've even had it in my own life with exes, right? That you give, and then they excel. But with me, I gave out of heart and love. But what you need to be aware of, is that when you're giving and you're coming to that point, is where you see the death card and you're faced with it, my friends. Don't be afraid to embrace it. And above all, as I keep saying, and I was out today at a tree, this old Yule tree, not far from here, and it's over 2,000 years old. I was with some of my friends, and I said, the biggest thing I sense with people is that they don't ask the question, why? Why is things this way? Why? Ask the creator why. Because when you ask the creator why is when you can be able to push through this. And the other thing I added was, don't forget about the hero's journey when you're stuck in the dark night of the soul, which I'm going to do another video on, because a lot of stuff has come up about the dark night of the soul, which I've been working through, and I've been talking to some friends, and I've been going, look, you need to use this in order to help you through it. But you're stuck. And in each individual different parts of the dark night of the soul, which is like the death card, is change, expansion. Dark night of the soul, learning about expansion. Dark night of the soul, trapped, confused, loneliness, alone, control. Dark night of the soul. You look at the hero's journey, the victim, the mentor, the challenge, and blah, 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 and the other points that come to it. You see that this journey is about you growing. And as you grow, you will impact the world. Trust me. And don't talk about what you're going to do. Be an example of what you were going to say you're going to do. Do, don't say. When you've done, then say. So don't say, do, and when done, then say. Remember that. I'm going to end it there, and I want to leave my love with you, and I think you are so beautiful, and I feel so blessed to share what I've learned with you. I'm going to do another video soon, which is really, really dear to me, but I want you to just be safe, and I shall speak to you on the next video. Look after yourself, therefore you'll be able to look after others. And namaste.